My name is Sanne and this is my husband Michael and our daughter Julia. In this series we are spending 4.5 months in Chile, exploring as much of it as we can, from its north to south. So join us on our journey through the longest country in the world. Today for the first time we are heading out and exploring the Atacama Desert. So our main objective today is to see some flamingos. So hopefully we find some flamingos. It's a bit shaky.
Just a bit, you can see from my hands
And from the camera.
And from the camera, yeah.
We've just stopped at the side of the road to have a look at these salt muds. I assume it's all salt mixed with mud. And in the distance there is a lagoon, by the looks of it. So this is what it looks like close up. It looks like sand mixed with salt. We've just come out to the Atacama Desert, and at the moment we are at Ojos de Salar, which are two brackish water lakes in the middle of the desert. So that's quite incredible. So the entrance here was 5,000 pesos per person and 2,000 pesos per child. It also includes a lagoon, which we'll go to next. But previously we tried to go to Laguna Sejar and they wanted 15,000 pesos per person, including children. So that would have been 45,000 pesos, and that's just not worth it in our opinion, especially since we're doing long-term travel. But so good thing we found this place. So this is 12,000 pesos for all of us, and that's much more reasonable. This is all salt. We now come to the lagoon, and in wintertime this lagoon is covered in water completely, whereas in summertime it's all salt, and that's because the water level rises in wintertime and drops down in summer, so exposing the salt. But it's the end of spring now, so we have a little bit of both. It's mainly salt, but there's still a little bit of water in some of the places here. Unfortunately, no flamingos. That's sad.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
When you stop and just listen, there are sounds of cracking, which is quite eerie because the sounds are coming from underneath our feet, so it's a bit eerie. The temperature is only 23 degrees, but it feels so much hotter. It's scorching, and yeah, we're feeling the heat on our heads now, so we're going to go sit in the car or sit in the shade because it's very strong, the sun and the heat.
You say take me on a treasure hunt, I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my
We found our first llamas. There's two of them now. They seem very friendly. All the other ones are standing there staring. And there's Michael and Julia. Julia's hiding behind Michael. This llama started spitting, so the owners of the car are hiding behind the car. This llama does like selfies. Today we are going on a road trip just outside of San Pedro de Atacama, and as we drove out of the town we spotted this llama herd. Now llamas here are domesticated animals. A couple of them were very friendly, and one came very close to, well, all the people that stopped here, including us. He or she, I don't know, tried to almost put like his head on my shoulder. Which was disconcerting because they can bite and spit, so not really advisable to get too close to the llamas, but he just kept coming over to everyone. Very friendly llama. But anyway, now we're going to head off and hopefully see maybe some wild guanacos or vicuñas. That's the plan today. We found our first vicuñas. There's loads of them, there's a big herd there. We are now at the Tropic of Capricorn. We are now over 3.5 kilometers in altitude. That is high. We're not feeling any effects yet,
No,
luckily.
No. No effects yet.
So they just crossed the road and gone on the other side. Michael has a great view there.
Yep.
There's loads of them, it's a big herd. So we are turning around here. We're at the half tank of fuel, so we won't risk going any further. But it's been awesome so far.
It has. Spectacular drive.
Oh wow, it's bumpy.
Yep.
Wow.
And there's still some distance to go because look, the road goes off on that way.
It does.
Okay, cars grind to a halt.
We've reached 4,000 meters in altitude.
4,000 meters.
Brilliant. Julia, are you excited for 4,000 meters? Very. We have about an hour to waste until we can go and check into our next Airbnb, since we are staying in 3 different Airbnbs in San Pedro de Atacama. At the moment we're just going for a drive on one of the roads, one of the main roads out of San Pedro de Atacama, and on the way we already saw 2 guanacos, I think they are, but unfortunately we couldn't stop there. It's still awesome to see them, and that was just outside of the town as well. So yeah, we'll see if we can spot any more. We've come up quite high from San Pedro de Atacama now. You can see the plain where the town is down there. So we're already at 3,231 meters, so we come up by about 700 meters from the town. And we did that in about 20 minutes of driving. We are now very close to Licancabur volcano. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. And this is the volcano that we saw from our Airbnb. But now we're much closer to it, and we're also at nearly 4 kilometers in altitude, so that's very high up, and yeah, I can like hear ringing in my ears as well, so they're not quite popping correctly yet, and it's much colder here than it was down at San Pedro.